The Magicals were the only passengers aboard, with the only other people being the Manor crew operating out of Portland. Most of the other students and the professors sat inside the enclosed section of the passenger deck. They'd wearied of staring at the ocean after the first 20 minutes of their journey. Sarah smiled and walked up beside her. "You can't get enough, can you? It's only a stretch of water." "It's not only a stretch of water. It's soothing." The kitsune laughed. "Cameron doesn't agree." "Is he doing okay?" Raine asked and sighed. "I would be inside, but he seemed annoyed when I tried to sit with him." "He hasn't thrown up," Sarah shrugged. "And, of course, Mr. Overprotective doesn't want his girlfriend to watch him lose to water. We're all in there keeping an eye on him. Don't worry about it." "That's good." She sighed and returned to staring at the ocean. "Have you seen any whales?" Raine shook her head. "No, but according to Professor Powell, we probably wouldn't see them anyway so close to the island because of the unusual magic. They might be repelled by it. I hoped he was wrong, but..." She shrugged. "No whales?" The girl's smile turned into a playful grin. "What about any kraken?" "No, no kraken either." She laughed and pointed to the sky. A small flock of seagulls flapped toward the island. "Not everything's exotic and magical, I guess, even when you're talking about an island with heavy magic." "You don't know that." Her friend shrugged. "For all you know, those seagulls can speak. Or even better, they sing and have a magical seagull band that performs seagull death metal." "Seagull death metal? What does that sound like?" "Lots of screeching. Like, metal." Sarah pointed to the birds. "You'll have to ask them." "Maybe I will." Raine gestured toward an open door that accessed the seating area. "I'll head in. I should at least be with Cameron for the last few minutes. He might want to play all tough, but I don't want him to think I don't care." The other girl nodded. "Let's go." They wandered inside. The room was filled with plastic benches, and a smattering of bolted-down metal tables and chairs occupied the remainder of the passenger area. Narrow stairs descended to a vehicle area, but no cars rode the ferry that day. The other students and professors sat around chatting, their suitcases beside them. Evie sat at a table with William and Professor Hudson. She sighed. "I still feel bad for Juniper and Malcolm. I know they both looked forward to this trip as much as we did." Professor Hudson nodded. "It's unfortunate. Those two seem to have excessive bad luck at times, but I think it's best not to bring it up with them when they return to school because of the embarrassing nature of their respective incidents." Neither of the professors had specifically detailed what happened to Juniper and Malcolm, other than that it was embarrassing and related to magic. Raine and her friends had been polite enough not to inquire deeper. "I still don't get one thing," William said with a shrug. "I know it's not the end of the world that our school's only brought 7 students, but why not simply choose 2 others? You had more than 9 people on your list, right? It's not like we're the only students at the school, even if we do get in trouble a lot." Professor Hudson glanced at Professor Powell, her eyebrow raised in question. He leaned against a wall with his arms folded. He nodded to her with a knowing look. "Taking a group of students on a magical research trip requires careful balancing of personalities and other factors, including general academic strengths and weaknesses." Professor Hudson smiled. "And while this isn't a trip lasting as long as one of your typical semesters, we were rather cognizant of a number of factors, including the aforementioned personality balance, when we selected the participants. Although there are other students who are compatible with this group, we didn't feel that including someone who already believed they would be included as a last-minute replacement would be conducive to the start of a good experience. Teacher's instinct, if you will." William nodded. "That makes sense. I'm not complaining as long as the Orono guys don't pull something." Professor Powell laughed and stepped away from the wall. "The Orono Academy for Arcane Studies doesn't hold any particular animosity toward our school. If you're worried about Looper rivalries, don't be." "Just saying." The half-Ifrit shrugged. "There are jerks even at our school." "True," Professor Hudson interjected, "but keep in mind that those students have also been selected for success and personality balance. The Orono professors have no more desire for bickering among students than we do."